will be creating some Jojo Hershey bar wrappers. So let's go ahead and start. First, in Design Space, we're going to go ahead in Images, and we're going to click on what we're looking for. So I'm just going to type in Jojo, and I'm going to type in, what was I looking for? Rainbow and wrapper. And let's go ahead and choose. Wait, we have the rainbow. We have this image. I'm going to use this image. And where is my wrapper? And right here, my wrapper. Once you have all your images selected, we're going to go ahead and insert images. Once on the canvas, let's go ahead and start preparing the images. Now, you're going to get them like really big. It's okay. We're going to click on that image. Just type in 3 inches. Size it just to get it off the, not that big on the mat. 3, enter. I don't know what happened. Oh, my Design Space has been acting up. Can't even do anything. Okay, let me just go ahead and hide this. Let me hide this. Okay. Let me bring in this one. She's already 3. And let me bring in the big one. Okay. She went to 3. And let me bring in the rainbow. Let's work with the rainbow first. Put these together. Now, for the rainbow, what I do is I'm going to go ahead and ungroup. I'm going to delete the words. I don't need that. I'm going to go ahead and click on the cloud. It's already ungrouped. Try not to move the image around. You just need to click, not move. Click on the clouds, go up to in between line type and fill. You see this beige box that's indicating that's the color of the clouds. Click on it and change it to white. Now, if you want, you can click on the rainbow here this way, or you can go on your right hand side to your layers panel and click on the first one, which is pink. And we're going to put that color, we're going to change the color to a blue. Next one is that green. I'm going to change it to purple. Let's get it light. And to the blue, I'm sorry, I'm going a little bit too fast. I apologize. When you click on the layer on your right hand side, you go back over here on between line type and fill. Once that layer is selected, you'll see the color. It's right here. Same technique. You click on it and we're going to change it to, that's the light blue. That was going to a pink, a hot pink. Where's my hot pink? Oh, let's do that one. I wanted the hot pink. Let's click on advance. Let's go ahead and move the cursor. I'm just trying to get a hot pink, which is that one. That is great. Now let's go back to the yellow because it's too light. Go back here and change it. That, and we are done. Once you're done, highlight the entire image and we're going to flatten that one. Let me go ahead and change my background, the color of my background. So what I do to change the color of the background, instead of having that white on the canvas, down here, the layers panel all the way down, click on blank canvas, go back to the top where it says color, and I'm going to get maybe a brown, not a yellow. I'll stay with the brown. Now, I want to remove the grids. I don't like the grids on my canvas, so I go right here on my left hand side underneath the undo button. You just click on it and it'll just go ahead and remove them. If you happens to be that Cricut is acting up, you can't find it or it's not working, you just go here to these 3 little lines next to canvas, you click on it, and then you click on settings, and that's when you go ahead and select full grid, partial, or no grid. So we can move that aside. We're done with that one. Now let's bring in our actual wrapper. Click on the eye. Clicking, unclicking on the eye will just bring your image onto your canvas. Let's go ahead and ungroup. Once you ungroup, I don't need the back part, which is this black one. I'm just going to go ahead and delete it. This pink one will remain the same, so do not move it from where it is. We're just going to go ahead and color these balloons. So the balloons go back to your right hand side, and the green one will be yellow. I'm trying to match the colors of this rainbow that we just did. So we just click on that one, and we're going to do the same technique for all the rest of these balloons. Okay, now that we're done with the colors, what we're going to do is the white part remains the same. I'm just going to go ahead and go back to your layers panel, select the first one with your shift key down. Go ahead and select all of them. And then I'm just going to go ahead and group it. Once I group it, I'm going to move it outward from where it is, and I'm going to flatten that image. And you can put it back if you want. Now, I'm just going to set it aside because I'll be working on this. For this one, I'm going to go ahead and click on detach because I want to detach these score lines. And then I'm going to go ahead and hide, no, not hide them. Leave it just the way it is. Now, let's go ahead and it'll make sense in a minute. Let's go ahead and click on shapes, get a square. What I'm going to do is this part right here, I want to slice it. So take your square, unlock, and let's size it to here, about there. Now, go back to your layers panel, hide your balloons, and let's go ahead and slice it. Okay, now you remove this one. You know what, guys? I did not duplicate my image. Okay, let me go undo because I forgot to duplicate the same image. Undo. Okay, let me go ahead and duplicate this image. And I'm going to leave it right here. And I'm going to go to my layers panel, and I'm going to hide the one behind it. I'm going to hide the score lines. I'm going to hide the one behind it. And you can see. Okay, let's go ahead and do that now again. But I don't have my score lines. So I'm going to bring in my score lines again. Oh, where is it? And bring it in my... Okay, so this goes here. Just trying to size it. Size it here. Get this one, arrange it to the front, and now we can hide the one in the back. Okay, now we go ahead and select the entire image, and that's when we slice. We get rid of all these pieces that we do not need, and this is the one. We go ahead and bring in the other image, and this is the piece that I was looking for. Now, let's go ahead and work on this piece. For this piece, this will be a print and cut. This tag right here. This will be a cut. The balloons will be print and cut. The rest will be print and cut. Now, let's go ahead and, like I said, work on this one. Click on this image. Go here where it says cut, where it says line type. Not line type. I'm sorry, not cut. Where it says fill. No fill. We click on print. We click on the box next to it, which is the pink one, is letting you know that what you chose is in pink, this layer. Now we click on that one. We click on print type, pattern, and I'm going to fill it in with one of my patterns. I'm just going to go ahead and look in for one of these patterns. And it's this one. Okay, we're done with that one. Now we're going to go ahead and bring in, let me duplicate this one because I'm making two different styles. Okay, now let me duplicate the rainbow. Now let's go ahead and size it. Let's size it to your liking so we can fit it right here in front of this tag. A little bit below right here. Keep on sizing it, and we got it right here. Okay, we have this one. Now let's take the next one. Let's move it, arrange it. When your image is in the back, just go ahead and click on it. Go back, go up here to arrange and send it to the front. And let's go ahead and do the same. I would have just duplicated this one. You know what? Let me delete these guys. Okay. Do something much easier. Now, let's go ahead and I'm going to take this one and move it to the side because we're not going to use this one in a bit. Let's go to your text. And my wording will be, thank you for making my birthday so special. Okay. We click on the text, bring it up here, leave it the way it is. With the text highlighted, you click on alignment, center, then you click on your left-hand side where it says fonts. You're going to go ahead and select whatever font you'll be using. I already know the name of the font that I'll be using is Radiant, so I'm just going to go ahead and click on it. Now leave it the way it is, just like that. Same spacing, same. I'm not going to change. Let me see if I need to change. No, I'm not going to change that. With the wording clicked, you go ahead in between line type and fill. You see that black box that's letting you know the color of your text. Just click on it and I'm going to change it to this purple. Okay, we have that. Let's work on it. Let's go ahead and size it. We're going to bring it in here. Size it right here. Okay, click on it and lock it. Leave it right there. Now let's go ahead and bring in one of our images. Again, when it goes to the back, click on the image, go up to arrange, send to the front, and then we're going to size this image, which will go right here on top of the rainbow. And right, that'll be fine. Lock. And let's bring this a little bit higher so we can hide that she does not have feet. Let me bring it to the front. With the wording clicked, click on arrange, move forward. Okay. Now, next, let's add the names. And let's go back to text. And the first name is just CD. And Ariel. Okay. Same technique. Click on the image, align, center, and we're going to change the color as well. Then we're going to go ahead and put it on our tag. Okay, now that we're done, I'm just going to go ahead and remove this. Just going to highlight the entire image, and we're going to duplicate this image. We're going to set it aside, and then we take this one back and we place it here. Highlight the entire image, and we're going to flatten our image. You notice when we flatten the image, you'll see right here on the right hand side it says flatten. It's one image, it's one cut. Now we're going to go ahead and highlight this entire image, move it over here. Let's get the other image, and we're going to place it right on top. This one, wait, this one doesn't have the rainbow, sorry guys. This one just goes on top. If that happens, let's go ahead and click on that image, arrange, send it to the front, and we're going to size it. Okay, once you do that, we're going to go ahead and select the bottom text, and we're going to send it to the front. Let's move this just a little bit lower. Okay, once we do that, we're going to go ahead and highlight the entire image, and we're going to click on flatten. Okay, let's move it to the side. If you notice on your right hand side, it's a cut and print both. Let's bring, oh, let me hit undo because I moved those score lines. Highlight, even if it comes in with the balloons. Let's get these balloons out the way, and let's go ahead and do this right here. And let me just go ahead now and attach, so we can attach the score lines. If you do not click attach, when you click on make it, the score lines will not be on the actual image. It will be on another mat. Now the balloons, I'm just going to set it up so you guys can see how it would look. Select the balloons, arrange, send to the front, and the balloons go here. And let's take one, and then click on that image, arrange to the front, and this goes here. Okay, now that we have all set up, we're going to go ahead and highlight the entire image. We're just going to go ahead and group it so we can size the actual wrapper. Once you do that, you're going to go ahead and unlock, and it'll be a 6 by 6. And we're going to go ahead and lock it. What I like to do to print, since it's 3 print and cuts and 1 cut, what I like to do is I'm going to hide the actual wrapper. Once you hide the wrapper, before we click on make it, we're going to go ahead and select the machine that you'll be using. I'm using the maker, and then we're going to go ahead and click on make it. Now the reason why I like printing first before cutting, because when I adjust my project copies here, it's just I like not to add 3 and 4 here or 5. As you know, I don't like having a lot of mats. It just overwhelms me. So what I do is leave it, the material size will remain the same because it's a print and cut. That remains the same. We're going to go ahead and click on continue. You'll see your machine right here on your right hand side, and there's going to connect to your machine right here. While that connects, what I like to do is send to printer. Now I need 12 of them, so that's here when I put 12. Well, it won't let you put 12. 10. Leave the add bleed on. And then click on print. Once that prints, we're going to go here and select the material that you're using. I'm using 100-pound white cardstock. When you browse all materials, let's go ahead and type in here cardstock. Right here, cardstock heavy cardstock, you can select the heavy cardstock or you can select the 80. This one is it 110? No, 100. Okay, let's go ahead and select heavy and done. Default remains the same. You're going to go ahead and load your mat. Once you load your mat, it's going to ask you if you want a fast mode. Since these images do not have no intricate cuts, I'll choose the fast mode. You have all your cuts. You're going to click on cancel, click on yes to cancel. It'll take you back to your canvas. Back here, that's what cancel again, and now it brings you back to your canvas. We're going to go ahead and hide the ones we just printed out, and we're going to unclick the actual wrapper. Once you have all your images cut, we're back at the canvas. We're going to go ahead and hide the print and cut, and we're going to bring in the actual wrapper and check is everything fine. It's attached, so you have your score lines and the wrapper. We're going to go ahead and make it. And if you're using a 12 by 12, you can fit 2 of them on a 12 by 12. You go ahead and select the bottom image, mat, click on this image, select the 3 little dots, move to another mat, and we're going to move it to the first mat. Click on confirm, and we're going to go ahead and place it on the 12 by 12. And we're going to go ahead and click on continue. Now from this here, since I need 12, I'm just going to cut the same one 6 times. And if you want, you can go ahead and on the previous screen on project copies, you can click on 12 and arrange them as you need them to be. And then you go ahead and continue. Now let's wait until our machine is recognized. For this wrapper, I'm using 65-pound colored cardstock. This will not print. The machine will cut this image on whatever colored cardstock you load to the machine. Just going to go ahead and click on 60-pound cardstock. Now for the tools, we need edit tool, and I'm using the scoring stylus, and of course I have my fine point blade. If you have a scoring wheel, single scoring wheel, that's fine, but if you want to change it to a scoring stylus, go ahead and do so and click on apply. Once you do that, you load your mat to your machine, and now it's going to let you know if you want the fast mode. That's strange, isn't it? Oh, there you go. And we click on fast mode, but I will not use the fast mode on this one because this image has those little bits and pieces, and it'll, I don't know, machine might go crazy. So just leave it as is, and we're going to go ahead and load the mat. It's loaded, and press the flash and go button. Once you cut all that, I'll see you back at the table so we can start assembling the wrappers. Okay, now that we're back at the table, let's go ahead and start. I have my art glitter glue. I just go ahead and it's easier for me to use this small little container. And then I have my Hershey bar, which is the 1.55 ounce. I have my hot pink foil. I'll leave the information of the supplies in the description. Okay, now I have the cutouts. This is the actual wrapper. And this is the print and cut. And I have the balloon. I made different colors, so it'll be something like this. And then the Hershey bars inside. Okay, so it's pretty simple. let's go ahead and first thing is where you have your score lines, you start folding. And then you go ahead and take your cutout, apply glue, and just apply it here on this part. Okay, go ahead and apply the glue. And then what I do is get my, I forgot my double-sided tape. I don't want to use glue because it's going to take long to dry. So what I do is take my double-sided tape and just apply 2 strips of the double-sided tape on this side. And plus, this is not a heavy object that's going to go inside the wrapper, so it's fine with this double-sided tape. You can use glue, of course. And let's assemble this one. Okay, fold it, and then you go ahead and fold it. Okay, set that aside. Let's go ahead and grab your wrapper. Place your wrapper right in the middle, and let's fold our wrapper. Then what I do is grab my double-sided tape and just apply it right here on the edge. I don't like applying the tape when I close it on top, because to me it doesn't look that great. So I'll just go ahead and apply the double-sided tape on this end right here. And then go ahead and squeeze it, pull it, and close it. See, I don't like putting the tape on here. It's just, see, and then you have your wrapper ready, your chocolate ready, and then you go ahead and grab your balloons. And we're going to go ahead and apply the glue all over the balloon. Let me just clean this a little bit. It has a piece that does not go there. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and place the wrapper inside. Place the balloons here. And then you go ahead and measure it. Could move it around, and that's it. The good thing of this art glitter glue is that it dries clear. Okay, and there you go. Just wait a little bit, a couple of seconds, a minute or so, and so it can dry completely. And there is your wrapper. This is a beautiful favor for your guest. Simple and pretty fast. Okay, here are my wrappers, all the wrappers. Okay, thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. And as usual, happy crafting.